Well, here goes week 2, and I'm going to answer a couple questions that I've already got from viewers, and then I just kind of want to summarize as quickly as possible what the last 2 weeks have been like and where I'm sitting. So overall, I do notice some changes. I do notice that I'm getting a little tighter in certain areas. The scale is moving a little bit despite going through my monthly cycle, but I still have this mental block every once in a while, and usually through prep. I'm frustrated that it's already starting and I've got like 20 weeks to go, but it's just this mental block where I get frustrated that I'm not moving forward faster. And that's dumb because you've got to be patient and you've got to allow your body to naturally go through the process and the changes, and that just takes time. And probably my biggest weakness of all is having patience, and especially with myself. You just work really hard every single day. You focus on your diet, you get your workouts in, you get your cardio done. I journal it all down, and then like after a week, I step on the scale, see where things are moving, and like it's just not a lot. It's a little bit, and if I stand in the mirror at a certain angle, I can see some changes. I can see the difference in a little bit of tightness, like I said, but overall, it's fine. The goal is a May show, but I'm a natural athlete. I'm not gonna take any kind of enhancements or drugs to get my body and manipulate that. I'm gonna do everything naturally by diet and exercise, good rest, and a healthy mental attitude. And so it's gonna take maybe a little longer. I want to compete in May. I'm gonna work really hard to do a 21-week prep, but if a month out and late April comes and it's like, you're gonna maybe need to push back to a summer show, then that's what I'll do. And I've just gotta mentally lock in and know that that's what's gonna happen and that's how it's gonna be. Yeah, I think the biggest difference between then and now is that then I was so pumped to get on stage and compete, and I was kind of running through it like a deer in headlights. I had my coaches, I was learning everything as I was going, and through the whole thing, I just wanted to keep proving to myself that I could do it and get to the stage. And then it kind of got to where I wanted to just get on stage. No matter what package I brought, I just wanted to get there and go through the experience. And then the difference now is I've gone through all of that. I've experienced it. I've had several years of learning and going through lots and lots of training of diet and exercise and education on everything. And now I want to not only step on stage, but I want to place first, and I want to see if I can get pro. That would be really, really cool. I could use that platform to help a lot of people with their fitness goals and be a really good encourager in that way. The diet. The diet is 80% of the battle. 20% of the battle is the workouts and the strength focus and mental focus you have to have there. I heard that one from a coach, and after going through preps and stuff, I kind of think it's decently accurate. So I focus on macronutrients. So I focus on a certain amount of grams of protein, carbohydrates, and fats every single day. And those numbers of grams have to be manipulated based on your weight, your sleep, your activity level, and your measurements, how many weeks out you are to the show, and also how much cardio you're putting out and how many calories you're burning. So there's a big science and math to this equation, and you got to manipulate that. So right now I'm kind of sitting around 150 to 155 grams of protein per day. So I'm eating 4 to 5 meals a day, and all of them are heavily protein packed. And then I'm getting my carbohydrate sources from like rice, oats, maybe a little bit of flour, and salads and vegetables, things like that, green vegetables. Not a bunch of, carrots or sweet carbohydrates like corn and starchy foods, because those don't work well with your digestive system. You want the carbohydrates to hydrate your body and then be flushed out with all the water that you're drinking. And then the fats have to come from a healthy fat source. So your olive oils or your avocados or your peanut butter, those are probably the highest ones. I could do a little bit with like a low-fat yogurt or like cottage cheese or something like that. And I can kind of play around with those numbers and grams, and I just have to calculate that every single day. So that's kind of what the diet is looking like now. Okay, I could always talk about my favorite foods. And like I said, you have to create things that you are going to be happy with and actually look forward to. And right now, my insane kick are these Asian sesame chicken bowls. I just have my 5 ounces of chicken. I flavor it with some spices, and I get G. Hughes, like Thai chili sauce or a sesame ginger sauce or a teriyaki sauce that's sugar-free, and I marinate the chicken in it. I sprinkle a little bit of sesame seeds for fun on top. I have my amount of salad or vegetables that I want to go with that. Like cabbage salads are really good because it kind of goes with the Asian bowl theme. And then I have my half a cup of rice, and these are so delicious. And then another thing that I love are protein pancakes. I get the Kodiak Cakes brand or the off-brand at Aldi, and I add my scoop of protein powder in those. Literally just mix water in with that and make about 3 pancakes every morning and put sugar-free syrup on that, and that is killer. So right now I'm doing a workout schedule where I go 3 days in a row, and then I rest 1 day from lifting. And each day I focus on 2 muscle groups. I lift for strength, but also hypertrophy and sculpting. Sometimes I lift to failure on the last set. And then after those 3 days in a row where I've hit every muscle group of the body, that recovery day, I usually hit repeat after that, but sometimes on the recovery day, I'll get in my cardio and add in some ab routine as well. And that will pretty much stay the same. But what changes will be the cardio. So now I'm doing 5 days a week at 30 minutes, but every 3 weeks or so, that is going to change. So just in a week, I will increase my daily cardio to 45 minutes. And then there will be a time where I go 7 days a week where I'm doing cardio and I'm not resting at all. And that's when my fats come down and my carbohydrates come down a little bit too, which is all of that scientific manipulation that you do with your diet and the body and your caloric deficit to get the sculpt that you need. So each session is generally about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. And then I will do my cardio after training, or I'll try to do my cardio first thing in the morning. Leg day is always the longest because your body is recovering a little bit differently. It's the biggest muscle in your body, or the muscles in your body. And so there's different areas of your leg that you've got to work out, and you just end up doing more sets generally. You also want a little bit more rest time in between on your legs to get them recovered and the blood flow constantly going so that you can keep doing it. For me, it's definitely the diet. I love going to the gym. I love lifting. It's a huge stress relief and emotional outlet for me for sure. But the harder part is definitely the food. I have temptations. I love eating out, sweets. But mentally, I just have to keep telling myself that, is it really worth it to stay disciplined and hold out for that goal you have for yourself? So every time I'm out with people, I want to do what's easy, and I don't like making other people uncomfortable. So when I show up to an event or something and I have my own food prepared, I don't want them to be offended. I don't, they're probably going to ask questions like, what are you doing? Why are you eating that? And I know it's just weird, and I don't want that necessarily to happen. But I understand that it probably will. So the best thing I can do is just stay focused and keep working on that long-term reward. And I'm just suffering for a short time. So it's fine.